okay, man.
What is up, and welcome to another episode of the All Basketball Podcast. And once again, I'm your host, Maurice Dixon. It's another episode of Carolina Got Something to Say. And as you folks know, episode 2 was me and Henry from the Port City, but we finally got another representative of NC, Mike from Raleigh, on. Y'all know him, but in this platform under the umbrella of the podcast, specifically to Carolina Duke basketball, college basketball, and anything else we want to say, because we're from Carolina. And Mike has plenty to say. So what's up, Mike? What's on your mind?
Thank you. Appreciate you having me. So I have plenty to say, but I'll just go with what you got listed here, and then I'll just kind of add in when I can.
Well, let's start. Let's start with the game today. I don't know if Henry saw it, but it shouldn't have really been a game. Some would say maybe they were covering the spread, but Carolina should have won this game comfortably. And all of a sudden, Miami tried to come back. But it was kind of how the story of the game. We started good, they come back. Second half, we started good, then they came back. But Davis 25, 5 threes. Kadu 19 stepped up, played more confident, shooting more threes, only made 2, but we got to get that jumper together. But what do you think about today's contest?
Well, I was impressed. I only really caught the second half, and when I came on, it was a 1-point game, and then Carolina went on a nice run. It was like a 14-2 run. It kind of pushed the lead. They played great defense, hitting open shots. They really had it going. But then it seemed like the refs, there was a lot of fouls being called. Bacot got into foul trouble. He actually fouled out right at the end, but it was, we had it sealed. And Cormac Ryan got in foul trouble. And then, we were sitting comfortably, 5 minutes to go, and then we went on the cold spell. We had like 4 turnovers down the stretch. And I guess credit a little bit, but it seemed like the tense moments, nobody wanted to step up. Like a 5-second inbound violation, just things that seem like they're coaching issues. But this is one of the few times all season that we actually pulled out a close win, like within 5 points. So this is the first time we won a game like that. Yeah, we won in 4 now in such context. But I'm sitting on my edge of the seat, like, man, are they gonna blow this one? like, come on, and we just don't have the closer guy. We just see everybody's looking around for who's gonna take the shot. And
they wait. Did they wait for Love to come back, close out games?
I don't know. Nobody wanted to take the big shot, just turning the ball over in the touch moment. And it was just, we're just hoisting up threes as well. It's like, I guess that's the style of basketball now. But I'm gonna just set a pick. I'm gonna do my man and just pull. And it's all about paint points. Now, I really like Kado for that, because he can get to the lane. Gotta work on his free throws a little bit. Even Harrison Ingram, I saw his free throw percentage. It was only 57%. And he gets to the line quite a few times. So we're gonna have to work on that. I don't know how they're gonna work on it. It's almost toward the end of the season, but you gotta get the elbow in. You gotta follow through or something. But it was a nail biter, for sure. What, 3-point victory?
Yeah, 75-72.
3-point.
Yeah, like you said, Kado was more aggressive.
Right.
Cormac Ryan kind of found his shot since the Clemson game. I just think this game was weird. Like, I'm not gonna say because we beat Duke that they spent all their energy or they couldn't refocus on Clemson. I wouldn't argue against it, but Clemson came out focused. Carolina was off. They took some good shots, just off. And then nobody could. But this game, Davis came out hot. Cormac Ryan hit a few shots. Ingram too. They went up like they should on the as you should on the road. You want to kind of kill the crowd to an extent early if you can, but
yeah, defense does that, right?
Yeah, but this is I'm pretty sure to your liking, Mike. This is a defensive more defensive oriented team we've seen, and we didn't really see a team like this during the Roy Williams era. I remember numerous times you talking about we need more D, but it was all about pushing the pace and putting pressure on the other team. I mean, and the formula worked. I mean, they got to what, more than a couple Final Fours, 2 championships, got the 3 championship games, if I'm
Well,
not mistaken.
before you go back to history with those things, but I'm going to mention Bacot as well. I've seen 2 different Bacots. Like I guess I went to the Georgia Tech game and he was, I don't know if he had an undisclosed injury, but he was just looking slow and not like having that hunger. And then, they lost again. I mean, we played at Duke next, right? That was the game before Duke. He came out hungry, like he was now the national player of the year candidate. Like, I think he didn't have a 2020 game, but he balled out. He brought energy both ends on the court, making free throws. I mean, he was like 9 for 10 from the free throw line, so he was like really bringing it. And then you play at home against Clemson again, and he's going back sluggish. And then even in the Miami game, first half he didn't do nothing. Then the second half, he was dominant for a period of time, and then I'm seeing a bunch of ups and downs from him. I don't know what that's.
What you think about that, Henry? I know you want to call him Dr. Bacot because he's 5th year senior grad student now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't really seen the consistency from him like he had 2 years ago. So it's just kind of like up and down from him. You have some great games, and then other games he's just almost like an afterthought. So I don't know what's going on. I mean, because it's been happening so long, that's why I wouldn't necessarily say to me like it's an injury issue. I don't know if it's focus. I don't know if he just starts deferring. I don't know what's going on. But it's definitely not the same consistent player that we saw 2 years ago. I mean, which is fine with me. But for him and for Carolina fans, it's like, okay, who you gonna get? Almost like Anthony Davis, who you gonna get?
Oh yeah, remember that? Like one game he was high, the next game he was
exactly
low. Like a roller coaster, game in, game out. Like, it's the same guy.
No, actually, Mike, he was good against Clemson. 24 points, 7 of 13, 10 of 11 from the line. He was good in that game too. Oh. Maybe because those were his last 2 home games against those teams. That's one thing I can point to.
No, man.
And you want to keep the. Well, I mean, no, come on. Your last game against your rival, I'm pretty sure you're gonna get up for that. Even if you just stink it up,
even Clemson, they had some bigger guys. Clemson had guys his size, so he took that as a challenge. Yeah, right. And he
so when
he played big that game, okay.
But when you saw him at Georgia Tech, what was it? 4 of 8, 3 fouls, 9 boards.
Yeah, and then the defense, and now our whole team just kept hoisting up threes. I mean, even today we were 11 for 30. I guess that's 36%. I guess that's all right. But it just seemed like we can take some twos. We can get some paint buckets. It just seemed like we're just settling. And I guess RJ is so good that he can take the contested 3. He'll just step back and shoot on my guys. So.
But remember, for spacing, I mean, that's so big. I know guys hate stepping in a step or 2, but to give enough room and not them just packing in. I mean, remember they leaving Cadeau he got the green light. Hey man, you gonna shoot?
Well, yeah, he took 6 of them because they disrespected him. Like they left him 15, 12 feet wide open for 3. He's like, all right, man. I am a D1 college athlete. Let me pull this. But he was 2 out of 6, and I think if he gets more consistent, man, Carolina's gonna be even tougher to beat. If I respect this 3-point shot.
But he's not. I mean, what do you have? I mean, he'll have a hot game. That's about it. He's not. I mean, we have enough games to show that.
But he's young. He's still wet behind the ears. He's like one of the youngest guys in college.
Right, but we talking about this season. I'm not 2, 3. I mean, junior year, sophomore year, yeah. But this year is not. He is what he is, right?
No, man. Guys get better as the season goes on. You know, teams change as they get closer to tournament time. So yeah, he's cold now, but he can improve.
Okay.
You saying the guy can't improve game in and game out?
No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm saying Shoot have more than one hot game in a row in a tournament under tournament circumstances.
Well, all you is one game, because one game could be your last game, so you gotta break it, man.
Well, I guess yeah. If you had a one game, but you just said if he gets consistent, he's gonna be consistent is what he is now.
Okay.
Let me clank it up. I'm gonna shoot 25% from 3-point land, if that.
Okay, so he might just need a game or two where he shoots the 3-point at a 50% clip, and that can be respected. I'm not saying he's gonna do that game in and game out, but 1 or 2 games can be enough to have defenses like, you know what, maybe we just can't get this guy 12 feet anymore. You know, because they're turning his back. They're turning his back on him when he catches the ball.
So you don't think he can get hot, Maurice?
No, I don't. I can't think of a player. I mean, Mike, I'm thinking like dude gonna turn to Kemba Walker or something. I mean, just going to tear like from the Big East tournament all to the championship.
They're wide open shots. All they gotta do is go in, man.
But you have to will them in. This isn't a game of luck. This is practice, repetition, form. A lot of it goes. I mean, sometimes you might get one to go in, yeah, but most of the time, whatever you truly shoot is what you're gonna truly shoot.
Okay, got you. Just like his free throw percentage. You can tell over the years, a guy, freshman, sophomore, junior, senior, the free throw percentage gets better. Normally, they get better as you keep improving, right?
Right.
Is that true? So if you can do that from the free throw line, can you do that from the 3-point line?
But that's a totally different shot. I mean,
but it's still a shot.
But he has good form. Don't get me. He has good form. I mean,
I can't tell by looking at his free throw percentage.
No, you can tell when somebody has good form. I mean, we're not talking about Chuck Hayes out here going through convulsions to shoot a free throw.
Harrison Ingram shoots at 57%. He has great form.
But they're not. I mean, it's either the outside pressure. Or they don't have enough time to really hone in like real. I mean, they probably weren't really. Okay, he hadn't been. Let's put it like this. He hadn't been shooting since he was a young basketball player. Like he wasn't just a dead eye shooter. That stuff has to come along. Like you build that season upon season. Like they depending on their athleticism. And I mean, Kadu probably his handle's tight, so he can get to the hole, like you said.
Finish, yeah.
So when it comes to shooting, then just remember the competition level went up. So him spotting up, shooting in a full gym is different than him practicing. Even if he's hitting them in practice.
I'm aware of that.
So,
that's true.
So you got nerves, so it's not just, okay, I'm open. Because you can just like, okay, with Cormac Ryan, he a good shooter when he's open, but he might just be on a cold streak.
You can't be on a cold streak when you got game in and game out. You cold streak for 10 games. When was the last time Cormac shot 50% from 3?
I have to look at the game log. I mean, let me pull it up, but
it's not many.
but who are these?
That's the 5 out of the 20 games played.
But you talking? You need to bring it down to 40%. Guys aren't shooting 50% from 3.
yeah, but if you have a high game, you can. Filipowski can. Like you can get hot. I mean, it might be against a scrub team or something, but you can still shoot.
Right, but if you're not. But if you're off, remember it becomes mental. People are talking to you. People have been watching. Oh, they saying stuff to you. I mean, even as a shooter myself now, any type of level, I've had games where I'm just clanking it up like, man, I can't find it, and it's almost like you got to stop shooting.
Right, exactly. You got to stop shooting. But when do these guys stop shooting? They just keep on shooting.
But that's what they have to do.
7-8. You hurting the team.
Well,
you hurting our efficiency right there.
Well, you have to take the shot. Who else gonna take the shot?
You got 4 other guys that can take the shot.
Name them. Wojcik. Who else you bring out the bench?
Wojcik. Trimble realizes that he's not going to shoot, but he'll drive. He'll pass the open shot and get into the lane. I respect that more because at least you're trying to help the team, not just I'm just open, so I'm gonna just pull, even though I'm shooting at 15%. Like, you got guys. What?
How was that? I mean, you can take a bunch of shots and not help the team. Caleb Love.
But that's my point. You're missing. They're like, how can you put it? I guess they're open shots versus the ISO shots. Caleb Love was taking ISO shots, right? There's a guy on him, but hey, I'm gonna do them and create my own space and shoot. That's not winning basketball. He got this James Harden, or actually he went to that camp out there with Dame Lillard over the summer, and I guess he got in his head, oh yeah, I'm that guy. I'm that guy. And then reality set in, and he's not that guy. So he had to get shipped out to go to Arizona.
But he's a microwave player. I mean, he can make those shots. Didn't Jay Williams back in the day? Wasn't he making those shots for Duke, Henry?
Yeah.
I mean, high screen and roll, whatever they was doing, he was busting tail like, you own me, what?
But okay, that's with the coaching too. Coach K had a system to where Jay Williams got his shot. He wasn't all ISO. It was that pick and roll. That's when pick and rolls was really starting to come. So yeah, I mean, he's a great player.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. So if these guys, if they're not on, I mean, now you want to mix it up, pump fake, take a step in, but the analytics say don't do that. But they don't. I mean, it's just like because they pump fake and they sidestep.
Oh,
they still shoot the three, which is a lower percentage shot. Yeah. Now Cadeau, to his credit, he'll pump fake even though he can't shoot and go to the lane or drive and then kick. I mean, I've seen Cormac Ryan do that too sometimes. He's not just a statue out there, just like, oh, I can't move off the dribble. But if
they did play today,
yeah. Boston College, they 14-0 all time. I mean, it was a easy win.
Well, I'm just curious how many threes they shot or attempted.
30.
10 of 30.
They shot 33.
I got it up. Yeah.
Horrible.
Who was that? McCain claims like McCain. He's a good shooter. He's a good shooter, but he was 1 of 8 today, Mike. Yeah, 10 rebounds.
Yeah, okay. He's a good shooter, but he's 1 of 8. All right, but you can't go 5 straight games and consistently be 1 of 8, 0 for 7, making 1 and 2 threes every game. These hit 2 of them. That's all I'm saying. You can look at Cormac Ryan's stats. He don't have a lot of games where he made 3 points. I'm still waiting for the 20-point game. I don't know if we're gonna see that.
But don't you think you have to get more shots? I mean, he only taking 6-7 shots, so you're hoping he hit 2 or 3, right?
He's wide open. That's the thing. It ain't like he's contested. And he has one of the quickest releases I've ever seen as a college basketball player. Like, he catches it and that ball is already out. It kind of reminds me of Antoine Jameson. When he caught the ball, he would do a spin and already be released, but he's doing it from the 3-point line. And I just think if he just, I don't know, but it seems
didn't Redick have a quick release?
Redick is a top 10 3-point shooter in the history of the game too.
Right, but right, yes, obviously they're not on the same level, but I'm just saying it maybe not a matter of quick release, it's just the fact that he's not on the level of Redick.
Redick still had a flow to it. He still caught the ball with 2 hands and he had some athleticism to his 3. I mean,
what?
He would catch it and he would hit fadeaway threes. Like it wasn't always just a set shot.
Well, he was coming off a lot of
Am I making this up, Henry? Like, did I not watch Redick?
No, I mean it wasn't just always just a set shot. You're right, yeah.
Right, yeah.
He coming off screens.
Coming off screens, and he was good. Like, but you didn't see Redick go 1 for 7 consistently, game in and game out either. That's all I'm saying. Right,
but
he's not that good. That's what I'm saying.
Right, he's not. So you're expecting him, but you're expecting him to outdo his
No, I'm not.
His ability
to take less shots. If you're not helping the team, just volume shooting, just hoisting up shots and lowering the field goal percentage. That's all I'm saying.
So it sounds
he's not helping the team if you're missing threes.
So it sounds like you just expecting Mike. Are you saying that you just expect him to hit open shots, hit more open shots?
Yes, or take less, or do something different,
shots.
or do something different. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can't say I'm a 3-point specialist, but you're not doing your specialty. Like, what are you doing then? You should be on the bench or something.
Well,
He's playing good defense.
I mean, Klay Thompson going through the same thing, but they're not benching him.
He's older.
Well, maybe
man.
not late game. He's still starting, but he's going through.
He's a 12-year vet.
But he's still a good shooter. I mean, a great shooter.
Yeah, but yeah. I mean,
What's Ryan's percentage right now if it's up to date?
So I mean, are teams even respecting this guy? So like, if he gets the ball, is it like they're gonna run to him, or is it just like, okay, let him shoot the open shot? Because if it's let him shoot the open shot, then they're not respecting you. There's like no confidence in you, your ability to hit the shot. Even if you like are streaky, let's say, but if the teams know you are a good shooter, then even if you go 1 for 7, they still gonna have somebody on you.
Right. I mean, how you answering that, Mike?
But I was just trying to look at his stats here. They made me download a file. Where I'm looking at Ryan Cormac. Cormac Ryan, he's 29%. 29%.
29%.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to be around 35. I mean, yeah, Henry, they respect him because they know he can.
Whereas RJ Davis, 41, Harrison Ingram 42. Steph Trimble actually is 43%. From
he
3.
probably don't got enough attempts.
Nah, for 21, right? He don't have enough. Yeah, right.
So how many does Cormac Ryan have and RJ Davis?
He has 126 attempts. And whereas Harrison Ingram has 109 attempts. I don't know. That's what I'm saying right there. You I guess you're second on the team in attempts, but the percentage just ain't there. But I guess he's just supposed to shoot his way out of this slump. It's a season-long slump.
I mean, is this a slump or is this just him?
Yeah, that's thank you. That's what I'm saying. It's just him. Like we expecting too much from a guy that they, you know what I'm saying, that they don't have it. I don't.
But if he's hitting, when
is he hitting at 29%? When is he hitting?
What is that? Is that even 2 a game? That's not even 2 a game. That's like 1, 2.
Right. Yeah. Hold on. Let me go back. Sorry, I can't. This thing is getting smaller and smaller. Let me see. Control plus. Make this stuff bigger. All right.
I can't find this.
Yeah, he made 75 threes. How many games is it? 24 games. About 3. Yeah, about three a game on average.
Okay, so
but
today
I guess
he shot 40%.
Okay, that was a good day. Today was a good day.
Against Duke, he shot 40%. He shot, when you saw him in person, he shot 30%.
Yeah, 3 for 10.
I mean, those are most.
Okay.
Yeah, he was 21% over. That's pretty bad. So he's not. I don't know. It's not averaging out on here, but I see I mean, yeah, he's just that's what he is. I mean, he's just going. He only making 4-7 against Louisville. I mean, there's some scrubs, so.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
so you won against a good. Okay, he made 4-7 against Kentucky. That's a pretty good team, even though they lost to Gonzaga at home today. Or 6 against UConn. So
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I guess So the games like that, the 0-6 against So it's like I'm not telling the man not to shoot against the bigger teams, but I don't know. I just wish he would make more. I mean, I just.
Well, we all would. Yeah. We want you to make most of the shots, but.
I don't know. Yeah.
But I mean, they're good shots. They're not shots like, what are shots kind of like, dang man, make a shot, but they're not like, dude, what are you doing?
Right. Let me put up one more thing too, and I'll let y'all take it here. So I guess it's the quantity of shots here. He shot 208 threes, and it's only been 24 games. So he's shooting almost 9 threes a game. Right. That's what I'm saying. You shoot 9 threes a game. It says 8.6, and you're only making 29%. I guess we round up 30%. I don't know. It just seems it doesn't.
Well, it's not good. I mean, I'm not.
Right.
I'm not gonna say it, but that's all. That's what he's there for. I mean, but we can't trade him mid-season. You can sit him down, but I mean, is Wojcik gonna shoot better? Trimble, they're not gonna shoot better. So what other options do we have?
Yeah, but while we got it, that's what I'm saying. Maybe we can just limit the 3-point. I don't know, man. We can get to the lane. We can get inside.
Okay, so you take him off the court
and put the two bigs. Let's go two bigs. Let's go back to the classic Carolina style with Bacot and Washington, and then Withers off the bench. We got all this height. We got high. We got a Conquo. I mean, we got big dudes.
But you're not going to keep up today with the switching and the 3-point shot. You're not going to keep up. Like.
But okay, what are teams shooting from three? They only shooting 30%, right?
I think they shoot. I mean, the good teams probably shooting better than that.
Yeah, dude from Tennessee. Yeah, he's nice, right? He'll get his. But I don't know. We got to do something different. I mean, I don't know. I guess if our defense was even tighter, we wouldn't even have to worry about this.
But the defense is pretty tight. Like that's about as good as you're gonna get. You got good defense in Cadeau. You got, Bacot maybe at the rim, Ingram. I mean, they're first in the conference. I mean, what more do you want?
I want an undefeated.
Too late for that.
Well, so went out then.
So Henry, you think Wake gonna be a challenge for y'all? I mean, they kind of gave us a challenge at home, but
no, they didn't. The first half they were a challenge. That's when RJ dropped 36 on them, right?
Yeah, he went in.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Henry. Y'all think how y'all handle Wake?
Oh man, I just don't know. I don't know sometimes from game to game, how we're gonna perform. I like, just looking at the stats. I missed the game, but looking at the stats, I like, for the points is concerned, I like how everybody all starters was in double figures, so I like that today. But Filipowski, 1 rebound. I can't be having that. That's just you can't be getting 1 rebound at 7 feet. So that's just bad. That's just horrible. So
a la Zion.
I don't know. I don't know. I would like to say yeah. We will be able to handle them easily, or not easily, but we'll win the game. I think we will win the game, especially with we have everybody there, everybody healthy. Mitchell's playing. Mitchell had a good game. So yeah. I still like us to win.
Yeah, and it's at home too, right?
Let me double check. Sure it's at home.
Well, we don't know. Now, speaking of home and
although we don't always shoot like real good, especially like from 3-point land at home. So, so yeah, that right there could be a concern, but I think we pull it out though still.
Okay, y'all schedule. I mean, looking at it, it looks pretty. I don't see a reason why y'all would lose the next 5. Home against Wake, at Florida State, at Miami, at Wake, definitely home against Louisville. But now March 2nd against those Virginia grinded out Cavaliers.
Yeah,
but y'all gonna be at home, man. I mean, Virginia is good because I didn't know they was playing that well. They're pretty hot right now.
And they're undefeated at home too. So Carolina actually has to go to Virginia. So that's gonna be a dog fight.
They let them play different up there, but maybe this year, since we got defense, we'll play.
Yeah,
we can score enough.
You'll be close.
Cause they let them play different. Then they like we play defense, so like we should kind of lock them up. But their offense is kind of like they always moving and they drain the clock. They make you work. And as I was telling you earlier on the phone, Mike, people don't want to play defense. I mean, it's pretty hard. To most people, I know not to you, not to me so much, but to most people playing defense is hard. Well, they just don't want to.
Yeah,
Okay, I thought about what you said, Reese, and let me break down this analogy. All right, so what if two people don't even have the ball, right? And you don't want the person to cross half court, right? You got to just stay in front of them. If they go left, you go left, right? You just stay in front of them. But now they have the ball, they have to dribble the ball. You still don't have the ball. So they're now going to be moving slower, right? If they're trying to cut and get around you. Because they have the ball, they have to dribble, and they have the head up. So since you don't have anything in your possession, your job is to stay in front of that man. You just do it. It's easy.
How is you know how hard?
That's not
handling the ball.
Yeah, that's not as easy as that.
Look at the body.
So,
look at the ball.
It's like it's about like I won't say leverage, but yeah, like leverage is a part of it, but also like the person's stance and everything, and hips and twisting. They can easily go past you because if they're just going straight and you got to turn, the defender almost got to be in a way kind of like a cornerback, and that can be hard, to turn and make those twists and keep up like that, especially if a guy's coming full speed. You need some. A lot of times you're gonna need some help.
I guess I had the ability to backpedal and still kind of be low. So if a dude does get by me, I can recover. And I guess I'm doubting the recoverability of people because, again, they have the ball, I don't. So if I just keep going back, they're not around me.
Well,
but I can go back just as fast as somebody could, I guess, in my day. Probably now I get crossed up, but
see, recovery. But you wanted to recover too. That's another thing. Like, okay, if you get blown past, do they want to keep going? The defender has to want to, like, okay, let me recover. The defender, like, oh man, he got past me, and then like, oh, either somebody else is gonna have to pick him up, or it's gonna be a basket. But you already gave up once the person got past you. Then,
I don't give up.
And then think about you're not even thinking about the counter moves. You turn that way to catch up. Some people so quick they counter and go the other way. We talking about dudes with supreme handles, like not carrying the ball, even not even carrying the ball, but just so quick that you like, whoa, like let me just back up, because obviously when you back up, they have to come, they're coming towards you. But if you up on them and boom, they hit you with a couple of moves, they could be gone.
You gotta move your feet.
Like you're not.
I guess I'll tell somebody. I guess if I had Frank up here, yeah, I guess he could probably describe it better. But I had the ability to like lock down on people, and even though they were just set shooters in the gym, right? They were running off screens and stuff. I'll go under the screen, and it's like if their feet aren't moving faster than mine, they're not gonna get by me. That was just my mentality.
But here's the thing, Mike. How many lockdown defenders right there do you really have? Even in the NBA,
in the league right now, right?
It's not even like it's never a whole lot of those guys.
Like a Bruce Bowen, right? Because you got to do more than just play defense in the NBA. I guess we're talking about NBA, right?
No, I'm talking about either or. It's just you really don't have a lot of those guys that can be coveted, absolutely. But most guys aren't like that. To be honest with you.
Yeah, you got to remember fatigue plays into it too. What if you're at a certain point in the game where you're tired? Everybody fatiguing, their stamina is on different. Even if you're like, okay, you got supreme stamina, but if you step on the court with back in '97 with the 10 best basketball players in the state, you think you'd be able to keep up with most of them?
I wouldn't say most, but okay.
Would you keep up with one of them? So
I need to guard one. I don't have to guard everybody. I'm not gonna keep up with some dude that's 6'8" and just gonna beat me down low.
But it could be two of them, like just quick.
Okay, some guards. Probably Coda. We got some very quick point guards out there that are more ready.
But you said, okay, I could guard people who maybe stand up shoots, but have you ever gotten on a guard who's like so quick, it's like, yo, I need to switch, or I'm just gonna have to let the dude shoot. Like you remember playing against Deshaun Daniels at A&T? How quick he was?
Yeah, he's quick. Yeah, I remember him from middle school when he was the same quickness.
Oh, it's right, because y'all from the same area, yeah.
Yeah.
Could you keep up with him?
No, he didn't school me, but yes, I could keep up with him. Yes.
Or could you recover before he countered, but you was still like a step behind?
If I got up on him, I'd be a step behind. When I realized how quick he was, I had to drop back. I'm not a fool. I ain't gonna get blown by. So, and I was like, you know what? He's gonna have to just pull, and prove that he can just shoot open, because if I get up on him, he has blow by ability. He'll go by me, regardless of how much I try to recover and know that. All right, can he go left? So I would try to play him to see if he had a left hand, but clearly he did too, and then he'll cross back over. So it's like, all right, I have to sag off. Or
right. So okay. So you have the experience of our fellow alum Deshaun. Now think about somebody on a higher level playing. Now think about dude. He's not in the NBA. He didn't even play college basketball.
Right.
So somebody play college basketball, NBA, overseas. You talking about keeping up with them? I'm not
saying that I could do it per se, but I'm saying there are guys out there that can do that. I'm not saying that I can do that. Man, come on, man.
Right. But you
I can go out there and guard RJ Davis. Man.
No, I ain't saying that. But you're speaking on it like. But we're trying to tell you it's not that many guys already. I mean, who could?
Let's like this. Even I would say one guy that was in the league that had superior defense was Muggsy Bogues, right? The dude was short as heck, but he could stay in front. He could recover. Yeah, but if you post him down low and shoot over him, yeah, that was his liability. So therefore, he pressed you all the way down court, and therefore got steals when people at behind half court, right? He wanted to play defense. He recovered. His feet was always moving, right? So if somebody can do it at 5'6", why can't people do that at the current height at 6'3", 6 or whatever?
But that was Muggsy Bogues' greatest strength, was his quickness and his strength to be like a tree stump. I mean, that's why he made it to the NBA. Come on now.
Right. He didn't have a J like that, to be honest. But he had assists, right? He did everything else above average. So
low to the ground. I mean, it's an amazing story. So even if you take, say, let's say a Joe Dumars. Okay, so he said he gave Jordan problems, but you look back. I mean, we were talking about the great. Okay, let's say somebody like
he gave Jordan problems. I don't remember that.
No, they say. I mean, he made it. You got to make it tough. I mean, but you watching film too. You picking up on tendencies. You just not stepping out on the court like, oh, who's this? Anybody can get cooked in. Yeah. I mean, cooked to the fullest. I mean, you're gonna get cooked anyway. But I'm trying to think of somebody else who was not like say if he locked up a Mitch Richmond, but Mitch Richmond might have some good games, but against say Joe Dumars couldn't get past him, or like a Tayshaun Prince. I mean, but you talking about these guys are outliers. Like, I mean, like Marcus Smart. I mean, that's about the best you're gonna get.
Yeah,
perimeter-wise, Herb
right.
Jones, Patrick Beverly. But even at certain times, it's just like, yo, we're just gonna. Well, I run a screen at you, or
right. He gonna get beat a couple of times, but yeah, mainly 1-on-1. He is a decent defender, but sometimes he'll foul too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's tough.
Right, but we know the game doesn't. The money isn't made on defense. The money is made on offense, and most guys who get there are really good at playing basketball, playing offense. So
well, they changed the rules. You used to be good on defense. You hit that little forearm shiver, right, and kind of stand your ground. And then they say, "No, what, man? We got to get the offense back. Let's get rid of that." Let's make this highlight.
But you can still stick with people like Alvarado. He probably can still stick with people.
Oh yeah.
I mean, so it's people, but it's just not. I mean, I think if there could be more, there would be more, but it's hard.
Okay, I get your point. I got you. Yeah, I'm not saying every team needs one, but yeah, I mean it's.
Well, no, you at least want to have one to be. When you look at the best teams, they saying, what is it? We need wings, or we need, because everybody's switching, so you can switch on these guards, because that's all they're doing. They bring the screen like, oh yeah, let's switch, because we're so fearful of giving up a long 3-pointer. Which isn't good. Which it depends on the game, which could go in. I mean, so, but yeah, I mean, that's interesting stuff. But I just think it's it's obviously been proven to be hard. I mean, unless now if you get too much defense, you ain't gonna be able to score. Remember, people can still score.
Right, yeah. You got the UVA syndrome now. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Final score is 58-50.
Yeah.
And the crowd in there like this. Oh my God.
Yeah.
They seem to love it in Charlottesville. They love it. I mean, especially their house. I mean, they locking you down. I mean, when it's your team, yeah, we lock y'all down.
So that's what the coach is putting up. He putting up bulletin board material. How many deflections did you get? How many not stops or pressures, or how many points did your opponent score against you? Like, they got stuff like that to really motivate defense. And hey, I think practically every team would need something like that if you want to win on the road. They talking about 70% of the people that play home games win at home. I mean, it's very prevalent in this college basketball world today. I guess because you got these. Yeah,
it's always been like that, right? The crowd's cheering for your shot start going in, you feel good.
No,
you start missing, the crowd get loud.
It seems like this year has been. I haven't really seen all these top teams not being able to win on the road like this year. It seemed like last year you still had your dominant teams that only had like 3 losses. Now everybody got 5, 4, besides Purdue.
Connecticut only got 2 losses.
2, but you have multiple teams like Connecticut. Now you don't.
Well, that's probably the talent and the way it's transfer portal.
Sick of these transfers, man. We need to limit it.
I mean, you said what?
I'm tired of these transfers, man.
But I mean, everybody's eating off of it. So why would, if I don't like it here, why should I be? I mean, I know it can build character, but why should I have to stay if the coach leave?
All right. Okay. If the coach leave, yeah, you should have the right to leave. Your coach ain't leaving. You need to stick around.
But
stick it out.
But what's the why?
Because fans need to know your team, man. Every year. Who are these transfers coming in today? This guy came from Connecticut. And this dude from Alabama. He's a 5th-year guy. It's like, so you're only getting him for 1 year.
Well, what about when you have freshman class come in? I mean, it'd be the same thing.
Yeah, true.
We didn't know Kadu. We didn't know when Sean May McCants, all them came in Felton. We didn't know.
At least they stuck around for 3 years and got to know them. Right? I'm just saying, that's what I'm saying. So, like, even if your freshmen come in, you just hope that they would stick around to kind of build a culture.
Well, you hope you hope the good freshmen that you like watching play stick around, because anybody who doesn't, you're like, hey, you need to. Well, you trying to put him on the bench. He's like, well, I'm gonna go play somewhere else.
Yeah, like Curran Walton. Like I like the dude. He got hot. He hit some big break threes, and then he got buried on Hubert Davis's bench. I was like, man,
he couldn't play defense. He couldn't even stand in front of people. Yeah,
but I'd rather him take the Cormac Ryan shots. I'd rather him take 208 shots and shooting 8 threes a game. He would have made a whole lot more. Maybe.
How many he gonna give up? I mean, he's pretty bad on defense.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Maybe just have him at home. Play the home games or something. I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. I mean,
he ain't allowed to travel on the team bus.
So yeah, home,
keep him in Chapel Hill. That's what we do.
I mean, people can make a big. I mean, I think the road wins, and Henry, you can tell me what you think about it. I just think that's for tournament ranking or to get you to qualify to get in the tournament when they start getting to the bottom teams. I mean, I don't think it holds much weight because you're playing neutral site games. Other than build character and show you're resilient, I mean, I don't see much weight. I think you just want to win at least half of your road games. You want to beat who you should beat on the road, but
yeah, I mean, I definitely think road games are important because they're, it's easy for when it's easier. I say that everybody's cheering for you, but that's not always going to be, the environment. So like you said, with a tournament, you're going to be at different locations and things like that. So, it builds that character and everything. So you need to be able to show that you can win on the road. Some big games on the road too, not just, beat who, bad teams and stuff like that. So.
You gotta realize too, these the big schools aren't gonna go on the road like to Wichita State or to Gonzaga, right?
No.
Their name is so big that they have to play in a neutral site game because it's like we got all our fans coming too. You know what I'm saying? So the only time that does happen was when he had the ACC Big Ten Challenge, right? So you actually went to the other school's true home site, and those were better games or even more challenging. I guess now they got an ACC SEC challenge or something. But yeah, and Duke found out when they went to Arkansas, right? Arkansas is not even a good team, but you're playing in somebody's true environment, and it's a challenge. And that's probably why a lot of these big schools don't even schedule big true road games because they might take a L. And so it's like, hey, I'm gonna just go to New York. I'm gonna just go to go to a bigger city because I don't want to play at Temple. You know what I'm saying? Because Villanova, like it's a small little gym, but you might get your L there. So.
But you had people. I mean, you had your credit to Gonzaga today. They went to Kentucky, and this is a rare time of the season where you're getting out of conference road games. Right. Who was it? Who else was it? Like you said, Duke went to Arkansas. Arizona went to Duke. They just have to set it up to where it makes sense for the money, TV contracts. But it's out there. I mean, you get a few. I mean, how many do you want?
I think each team should at least have like 3 of them. I mean, that's more than what I'm seeing now. Syracuse, they would never go on the road. I remember back in there with Boeheim, and he kept everything at home.
They played at the Garden, right?
Yeah, and then therefore, when it came tournament time, it was like, yeah, you're out of conference. You're not even scheduling nobody. You got everybody coming to your place to play. We're not gonna get you in. So yeah, that's got to happen. So now teams are doing that. They're having more neutral site games, going up to the Bahamas or going out to the Charleston or the Orlando Classic and playing some games there or whatever. But that makes more sense because that's more of a tournament field. That's what you're gonna get in March, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think the road is even stronger than the neutral. So, you got guaranteed road games in conference. So we have to look at the schedule. But how are you gonna squeeze it in? Man, they got 2 months to squeeze it in. You play 2 games a week. You got plenty of time. No, but remember, you already got stuff set up. Like down the road, you got agreements. Like, we would travel to Kentucky, or Kentucky would come to us. Like you said, we got the Big Ten ACC Challenge, or you got those challenges in place. So those are a few road games right there. I mean, unless you want to go play like at Radford or Lehigh. No. I mean, you can't just forget about the money aspect of this thing either. I mean, this is big business. Yeah, but I mean, it's money every time they step out on the court. You got the NIL deals; they're getting money. So, I mean, well, not everybody get money. We don't know. NIL, people getting it, but I don't think people get as much as people think. The stars are. You had Bacot came back for his 5th season. You look at the online at his NIL money, you like, okay, wow. Oh, it's posted? It can't be. Yeah, I know for football it is. No, football, you can't even, I don't know if you compare football to basketball. Well, probably not. Not with the SEC with football and the Big Ten. They're about to make their own conference now. It's just bigger. Yeah. But, so let's speak on the NIL. You said, now correct me if I'm wrong, you said in the group text that if players sit out for bowl games, they should give back 1/14 of the NIL money? Or did you mean 1/4? That was my claim, because bottom line is you're on the team. So I shouldn't be watching a bowl game, right, during the holiday season. And then you see the best player that's on the team pretty much while they got to the bowl sitting out, and then they're actually giving a what do you call it? Giving an interview saying, yeah, I'm always there with my brothers. Now, if you're always there with your brothers, why not on the field? Right? Well, so that may say, oh, I'm preparing for the NFL draft. and I don't want to get hurt. Well, you had 13 games, you could have got hurt in. So now you got one more game. Oh, I might get. I mean, who wants to play scared?
Well, I mean,
Right, but you already go ahead, Henry.
no, you go ahead.
How about to say, Mike? You already played 13 games. You stay healthy. I mean,
The NFL is 17.
no, but we trying to get paid.
Yeah,
He's already getting paid. He got the meal money. How much money is Benny's got?
Everybody not getting Caitlin Clark or State Farm commercials, or
They're getting commercial. Oh, yeah.
you seen
Not
Bacon
everybody.
making national TV commercials?
Yes, I have seen them on a car dealership commercial.
National TV.
Not on ESPN, no, but the
You don't think that makes a big difference?
I'm sorry, I don't watch the games to see the commercial if they're on national commercials or not.
Right, you see, you'll even locally you'll catch one. I don't know if you watch. It's a guy
I saw
from Georgia.
Bacot on the basketball on car dealership. Him and RJ Davis up here.
Okay. So, all right. But them giving back those pennies, why don't if you want them to play, or I know we want them to play because we're watching, but if the conference or the school want to play, pay them more money.
well, I
Right.
think that this started years ago. But I think it really, I would say it started with the playoff. When you start having a 14 playoff, when these other bowls didn't mean nothing, then it's like, why am I risking injury? Because there were people, stars who were playing, and then they get hurt and they get injured, and now all of a sudden, instead of being a first round draft pick, possibly second, now they're looking at third or fourth, or later. So it's like, why will I take that risk, and I'm playing in a game that doesn't matter? Like, if it's for a game that could possibly win a national championship, I get it. That's what they're saying. They're saying, okay, if we're in the 14 playoff, then we'll play because there's a possibility we can go on and win a championship. But if not, then why am I risking this so much when I am potential high draft pick? So I think that now that there is is it 10 or 12 team playoff now? Is it 12? Yeah.
12.
And I think that's one reason why the committee, made the change to 12 is to make more money. But also now you have more of these players that are going to be willing to play. Because at least in your mind, you got a chance. So even if you're number 12, you're like, you know what? Yeah, I'll play because I think this team has a chance to win a championship. So yeah, you'll play. But if you're playing in a, I don't know, Pop-Tart bowl, like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Then what's why am I risking this? And I'm risking possibly millions of dollars. Yes, I'm getting NIL money, but for most of these guys, the NIL money pales in comparison to what they would get as a first rounder. So like when you see guys come back for NIL, it's typically because they weren't going to be a high pick. Let's be honest, they weren't going to be a high draft pick. Like, was it the guy, I forgot his name, the quarterback that said came back from Miami. He's playing, he committed to Miami. He said he was going to the draft, but then he ended up saying, you know what, I'm going to play for Cam Ward. Yeah, Cam Ward. So I'm going to play for Miami. And he was like considered the top transfer. Well, he didn't get a high draft grade, talking about like 4th round or 5th round. Okay, why do that? I just come back to college and make a couple of mil, so I get that, but I don't think the players should necessarily be punished, like, okay, I got to give back this money because of, if I don't play in this game. Now, I do think, look, Should there be some restrictions with it? Yeah, I think things got to get a lot tighter. With NIL, with transfers, I think it's out of control. Coaches are constantly now having to recruit their own players. Like even when you're on the team, you're constantly recruiting them because a freshman can leave the next year. A sophomore, he gone. Because he didn't get enough playing time, or he didn't want a red shirt. So it's just it's too much. So I think there has to be some stability in there and limit all these transfers and this stuff, and the NIL stuff has to be regulated better. It's crazy.
No, I think just if they want to transfer, they can transfer. I mean, it's just get the most out you can of that. So at least if you get all banged up, maybe you get some money out of it, or if nothing else, you play 5-6 years. Even if some people stretching that tenure out in college.
Yeah, you got it. So that one cat, he's like 27.
The thing is,
19 year of eligibility. Like, you serious?
You just go. You're like, okay, if you get in the mindset of, what, I don't like playing here, I'm gone. Well, that's not going to work in the next level, NFL or NBA. You just don't get to choose and say, okay, I'm out of here. Especially if you ain't that good. You could the guy demanded a trade and got cut. Because hey, this is the NBA. This ain't college. They need to learn that everything ain't just revolve around you, and you just when adversity hit, you just I'm just gonna go somewhere else. Nah, it don't work like that. If you're trying to go to the league, it don't work like that.
Yes, that's a good point. It's just, I guess it's just so tough to see now with everybody when they just looked and said, well, if you don't want to be here, or the coach can just leave, then y'all ain't getting none of the money. So it's just been a shift in the way of thinking. I mean, I know I used to be kind of like, man, they need to build some character. And I still think that way, but build character or tough it out. But now it's just like, well, go where you think you can play, and then.
But they don't even play at the other spot. Right? Yeah. So when you realize you're just not that guy.
Yeah. Well, I guess you just get on the team. I mean, but if you're not playing.
Now go D2, go Division 2 and just ball out and be the man.
Yeah. Well, I heard now the thing is so crazy that my coworker was telling me, if you're not you might have heard this, Henry, if you're not you might have heard it too, Mike, if you're not a 5 or a 4-star, they like coming out of high school, you probably gonna end up in D2 or D3 because NAIA, because so many people are moving, they just trying to, like, we go in the transfer portal first because these guys are experienced. We can get these guys because they're more experienced, more groomed, bodies built up more. That the freshmen, unless you're really balling, you're not coming in doing anything. Like, you gotta, or it's hard for them to get spots. I don't know if y'all heard that.
Oh yeah,
because the people they're not going to the league. Like, right. I mean, I looked at the last draft. I mean, there was just foreign people, cats from Canada, the G League. Like, so the college players aren't trickling in to the pros. Like, I can't even name, like, I mean, I guess you got like 3 or 4 great college players, but it's slim pickings, right? I mean, like, nobody's really gonna change the game as a rookie coming in, unless they from the one from overseas, the dude from France. Right, so yeah, these cats now they're sticking around the college game, and they're not like dominating. So I don't know what's going on. Like, yeah.
Well, it depends. I mean, the talent in colleges isn't what it used to be. It's not the pipeline. It's
because of the transfers. There are no cohesive teams right now. And again, like you said, if that 5th or 6th or 7th dude is on the team, oh man, I ain't getting the minutes I want, man. I'm gonna just transfer to Oklahoma State. Then Oklahoma State, they ride the bitch there. So it's like, what are we doing? Just like Henry said.
Well, I
Or
mean,
even transferring to Penn State. I guess I can just start naming some Carolina players that transferred, but they're not balling out at these other programs.
I don't think nobody expect them to. I just think that it was like, okay, I want to go and give it a chance somewhere else. And I'm also looking at who's coming in, who they recruiting. So I'm just looking out for my best interests, not the
guys
not the
get
fans.
injured too. The guys get injured. Like
They,
you can't say, "Oh, I'm gonna just rock over here on the bench," even though I played a little bit last year. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, I mean, I get the whole what you're saying up too, Maurice, about with the a lot of teams. Oh yeah, want to get the transfers and things like that. Versus, I mean, it's freshmen. And at the same time, when you bring in a lot of transfers, you got to keep in mind chemistry. You got people coming all different, various schools, and you got to be able to, the coach have to be able to make that work. And that's not always the easiest thing. And another thing is money, NIL. These transfers, they're typically gonna, require more money than like a freshman, who's coming in, who it may be a 4-star or 5-star or whatever, but it's still based on high school, So yeah, it can be cheaper, for the to really hit up the freshmen. But on the flip side is, when you got to win now, all this pressure to win now, and so when it's that mentality, you definitely got to have a mixture, of some transfers coming in but also some some freshmen. So
yeah, because like next year, Henry, y'all got Cooper Flagg coming in. I mean, I don't know who else coming in with him, but I don't know who's gonna stay, but he's definitely probably gonna be a one and done. So I mean, and he's coming to college. A lot of guys didn't even the last few top picks didn't even. Well, Brandon Miller went to Alabama, and then who was? Well, it's been. I'm kind of wrong.
Impressive to me.
Yeah, but I mean, he's playing a little better now. He have some games here and there. I mean, rookie year, but or like Holmgren, he went to Gonzaga, so guys are coming through. It's just depending on, and really the first pick is just a lot. That's crapshoot. I mean, most of them guys don't pan out. Look at your MVPs besides Embiid lately. Who else was? Giannis was like a late lottery. Jokic was second round.
Oh wow!
I mean, Curry, he was
number 7.
What, like 7 lottery? Yeah, a lot of people. So it's not even about getting the top pick. It's about. I don't know. I mean, it's just different now because talent is coming from everywhere. It's not just you play in college a few years, you go to school, and then you go to the NBA. I mean, they picking overseas, and not all the overseas dudes work out either. So, but so get last on this point, Mike. So you still sticking to them giving back the NIL money? If they don't play the game?
So I didn't even make a comment about that. So it was like, I guess to follow up what Henry said, I would think about Christian McCaffrey, right? So he had a great year at Stanford. He was a running back. And then they got a chance to play against Carolina in the bowl game. So I was pumped up. Like, okay, I'm going to see McCaffrey, right? And then I heard McCaffrey go, I'm about to take my talent to the NFL and I'm going to just sit out the bowl game, and blah, blah, blah. I wish my teammates well. And it's like, man, like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I know Neil probably wasn't as big back then, but just that opportunity to see a dude play against a team that, you just want to see a good game. And just the fact that he sits out because, I'm looking out for my health. And I guess it's like, well, why didn't you look out for your health the whole season? Right? Well, it's just another game.
Right.
Like you said, it's an exhibition game. Yeah, you could get hurt. I know running backs, they got that short lifespan. So if he didn't get hurt in that last game in college, he actually got hurt in the NFL. but he did get hurt. But he still got paper because it was guaranteed money, right? And then he went to he traded team. So it was like you shouldn't play in fear. You know what I'm saying? Oh, because I mean, I don't think you should play in fear. That's
I don't think that it's just, and you shouldn't, yeah, but I think just the fact of the games meant something then when they don't. So I'll use this analogy to ask you, you work full time, you get paid time off, right? Vacation time that you get paid for?
I think so. I never really utilized that. But.
Like if you want to schedule a day off where you're supposed to teach, will you still get paid for it?
Yeah, I have to call. I have to send an email out saying, "Hey, can y'all cover my classes?" Right.
Right, but you get your check wouldn't be short, right?
Right.
Okay, so so the logic you're using, you should do that same thing if you're saying somebody should get better NIL money if I want to take a day of rest.
That's horrible, man. That's horrible.
That's the same thing.
So I'm saying this.
That's the same thing.
No, it's not, because it's like I had a contract, right? And we're under contracts for a year, right? But it says something like if you're not performing at the best of your ability, they're not gonna hire you back on the following year. Like you got to have a certain minimum amount of days work.
Right, but you can work those minimum amount of days. Well, if you just get sick and you can't come in one day, you get paid for sick time, right?
Man, that's not good.
That's the same thing. If I'm insuring my health, or I want to take a day off, or it doesn't, college football, I've reached the end of that point of my life. This last game is just a bowl game. We're gonna get some gifts. Unless you're gonna give me more money, I know I got a good chance of getting drafted and making some good money. Why should I play one more game just because you, the fans?
No. It's like you taking tests, right? And then you got to take the final exam, which is at the end of the year. But then you go, oh, I'm gonna sit out for the final exam because I might get injured right now. These problems. Oh
yeah,
no,
but it's all about.
I'm gonna go to the next level anyway, though, because I'm that good. But
it's all about risk. I think it's all about risk because, okay, let's say the risk. Let's think about this. Okay, so
y'all talking worst case scenarios. How many people got hurt on the bowl game?
It's happened before. Stars who got hurt too. And that's one reason why these people are hesitant because they seem to happen to other people. And so, but if there's a risk, let's say you're gonna make $20 million, but if you play this game, if you don't play the game, you make $20 million. If you play the game and you have a great game, you end up healthy and everything, you don't get injured, you make $20 million. Nothing changes.
You could move up, right?
Well,
you rush for 200 yards.
Well, you're already a high draft pick, so that's not really going to change anything much. What you do in that bowl game because you're a high draft pick based on all the other games. So that's not really going to change much unless you get injured. So now instead of you making $20 million, they say, well, now you're going to make $5. Like, wait a minute. What?
Who bases a draft pick off one game?
I'm going to make 10. No, it's not based off of one game. What I'm saying is it's based on the body of work. But if in that one game you get hurt, that one game isn't going to help you as far as like how well you do.
You got 8 months to recover, Henry.
No, yeah, but in that time, you're missing out on the combine, you're missing out on other things, and you got other players who are doing well.
The combine, really?
Guys,
I'm down for the combine. Oh, I'm that good. I don't even need to show my talent because I know what I done in college.
Because
I got 40 games of game tape.
Because you're that good. But if you're Caleb Williams and you're looking at the number one overall pick, but why risk going out there and all in these endorsements and everything? But if you go out there and break his shoulder, and now they're looking at you, now they say, oh well, based on the injury timeline such and such, we think he's going to recover well and everything, but he's not going to be number one. We'll make him number 8th pick, number 10th pick. You risked it. That's still a lot of money that you potentially gave up. Based off of what? Just for some some fans in the stand, who
But
are going to forget about it.
But at the quarterback position, right? After year 3 or year 4, if you're supposed to be that man and that good, you're gonna make up for it anyway. You're gonna get your 5-year, $200 and something million contract.
Not,
right?
not necessarily.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. Until you get hurt, right?
With a lot of these guys, who get drafted in the first round, that's going to be their biggest contract. Period. Because a lot of them don't pan. Most of them don't pan out.
Like Young, the dude from Carolina, right? Young, Bryce Young.
No.
Most of these guys just don't pan out. So this is it. And once that contract is up, then hey, they either get picked up by someone else or they get cut or whatever. But a lot of those guys, this is going to be their biggest contract. So it's a big risk.
Like Josh Rosen, where is he now? If I'm saying the right name, for UCLA, right?
Yeah, not in the league.
Where is right?
Okay. What? So you saying that Josh Rosen got hurt in the bowl game?
No, I'm saying
no. We're just saying,
Okay.
Based on the fact he said this is going to be your biggest contract based on your potential and what people they're drafting you, thinking you can be a franchise changer, and so
you're Ryan Lee. Your Jamarcus Russell's right, the number 1 picks, but they don't. Right.
Yeah, Russell, he got paid out. I mean, probably didn't play that bowl game before it was even a thing. Like, oh man, I didn't. My body works. I'm not. Bless you. I'm not. I'm done with this. Especially when you weren't getting paid or paid legally. I don't know. He probably got something on the table. But,
right. LSU. Yeah. He got some.
So, I mean, if the foundation of this whole thing is money, unfortunately, and everybody is getting, these schools and the NCAA is getting paid, and the field hands want to start getting paid, and people start having a problem with it, they're like, well, they're not out here risking their body, risking their head. And the players find like, well, I want some of that too. Well, they've been getting some of it, and so why risk? The owner's gonna get what they get, the league gonna get, but they get my piece. And I'm not saying everything is about money, but we all need money. We know why we need money, and maybe you don't need that much. You don't need that much money sometimes, but when owners are getting billions, people are saying I gotta get my fair share.
And look, it worked out for you, Mike. Look at McCaffrey now. You didn't get the field there, but look at him now. He went to Carolina, faked a bunch of injuries, got traded. Found all of a sudden,
a bunch of injuries. Oh,
we got the fountain. You found the fountain of youth or something. All of a sudden,
that dude's been pretty healthy. That dude's been pretty healthy since he got to San Fran.
Yeah.
Like where's all? And he's an older running back. How's an older running back stay so healthy?
Wait.
How's that?
Okay, come on, man.
Like Frank Gore.
Frank Gore, y'all about to bring up Frank Gore. Yeah, I read an article on that dude.
Besides Frank Gore, this guy had a string of injuries, and then all of a sudden he just, it's like he was
he's the bionic man, right? Because he's taking hits too. It ain't like he just always being elusive. Like guys are hitting him square, and he's popping back up. He even got concussed one game, and he was like, he came back in.
Yeah, so think about it. You may not have. None of this may have happened if he would have played that last game. Would have been no Super 49ers. It definitely would have been no Super Bowl tomorrow. If he would have got hurt in that last game.
Speaking of the bowl, this is the day before. Who you got tomorrow between KC and San Fran, Henry?
Same team Mike got, the Chiefs.
You got a score?
Let's see. Well, of course, look, I'm gonna be biased because I'm never gonna say San Fran, so it don't matter really who they played against. But I'll say 31-21.
Wow.
KC.
You giving them that many points? They ain't scored that much in the playoffs. But they scored 27 against Buffalo?
Yeah, Kansas City defense has been real, though. I get the thing is going against Andy Reid and Mahomes, like they're like a little match made in heaven because he knows his defense. they putting people in the right spots, they always ahead of the other opponent. And like they shut down the MVP in Lamar Jackson. Like that dude couldn't throw nothing. Like wasn't nobody open. Like it's kind of remind me of Tempo back in the day when somebody guess your play. It's like, oh man, the rush is coming, ain't nothing you can do.
Well, he wouldn't run. And that was that he wouldn't run. That was no, he already had a chance to run. He wouldn't run. He could have ran some. They could have ran more.
Right. They didn't do no running plays. Right. So and then us 49ers, we couldn't come back when we were down. We did that twice. We did it against Green Bay and Detroit. And we got some assistance from the Detroit coach too. So we just want to thank him for Campbell saying, "Oh, it's 4th and 2. Yeah, let's go for it. Yeah. We're gonna stick to our guns."
Yeah,
that propelled us. Like it really did. So now in the Super Bowl, we're not gonna get opportunities like that against Andy Reid and against Mahomes, just thinking and dumping. So as much as I want the 49ers to win, it's gonna be very challenging. Like we're gonna need some turnovers. Some drop passes. Like we need a fluke play or two to like pull this off because Kansas City ain't gonna beat themselves. And so it's probably gonna be a low scoring affair. Maybe like 21-20, might see some field goals by the other kicker. I don't think we're getting more than 3 touchdowns. Like So somewhere in the 20s.
Yeah, I got to be in the defense. I submitted a score to former coworker, KC 24, San Fran 17, just based off the.
Oh man, I'll get out of here, man. No.
But I don't. I'm gonna be pretty much watching neutrally. Now I like the fact if Purdy wins, I like the fact that he was the Mr. Irrelevant last pick in the draft. I mean, doing some Kurt Warner type stuff to come and win the Super Bowl, get them over the hump. That'd be good. Plus, San Fran, I think they'll end the 2-game Super Bowl losing streak because ever since they won that one against the Chargers, all the trips back, they lost. And then obviously you got Shanahan getting his, finally getting one and not doing stupid stuff maybe. Yeah. But then for KC, I like it because, Mahomes going back to back, that'd be great. That'd be 3. And then he can, he gets closer to pushing Brady out the way and just being behind Montana for the number 1 spot. So,
but Shanahan, he does not score in the 4 quarters in his Super Bowls, right? So, like that's kind of troublesome. So, but hopefully he can get some more running plays in and kind of work the clock on the side instead of just trying to run up the score and like just having. Just being a step ahead. Because they're gonna pack the box if you're up. They're gonna stop the run. So he tries to throw deep instead of doing screens. So it's so many things that could have been done. I guess hindsight or that 5th quarter quarterbacking right now. But just hopefully he can make the right plays and we can win the game.
I wouldn't be surprised if the 49ers won. I wouldn't be surprised if they won that game. The Chiefs, they will do a trick play, and sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, and sometimes it bites them. It comes back and gets them. They're throwing
the 2 guys, man. So we just gotta cover them 2 dudes, man.
So, they're gonna pull out some trick play, and it may not work, and it may bite them. It may come back to get them, come back to harm them. So we'll see, and they are going against. Probably, I would say, at least the most talented defensive line in the NFL. So,
we're stubborn though. They'll run their set defense. They run a zone defensive scheme 80% of their play, and it's like at some point you gotta mask it. Maybe have 3 guys play man in the red zone. You gotta do something different because Mahomes is gonna pick that apart, man. He's just going, okay, we're gonna find. He ready to play. If they had the Super Bowl on Saturday, he would already been out there right now.
But are his receivers good enough to get over? I know Kelsey will get his, but you mean just
against a zone? They don't have to be good enough. You just running this little open area, or they're gonna have a play design where they flood one side or do something. Some guy crossing. They'll figure it out.
Well, if he has time, see the thing of it is, if you're able to get to him quickly, constantly, consistently, will he be able to have the time? But he is tricky. He is tricky. This Mahomes, he can.
Yeah. And we didn't even sack nobody like that.
He can scramble out the pocket and just throw something. So, yeah.
We got golf maybe twice, 2 or 3 times. But
Yeah, eventually, but they didn't. Y'all linebackers have been the truth, but the front four, I mean, Young,
Yeah,
who's the
doing
other guy?
You got
Well,
Young and
Bosa.
Bosa.
yeah,
They're not
Bosa,
getting there.
they're not. And even Young, I mean, I was glad to have him, but he seemed like just a figurehead. He didn't really do anything.
I don't think
He's great to talk about, but I don't see no class in the field. Like,
well, didn't he get hurt? He don't have any moves besides the power rush.
nah, I guess that's all he got. And he's on the weak side. The weak side power rush ain't working.
What do you mean weak side?
Because Bosa's on the other side, and Bosa can get by his man. So Bosa he'll win his side, his left side, whatever side he's on, and he's always on the left, and Young will be on the right. But maybe Young need to go interior or something. You gotta move him around. he ain't getting in. Oh, then they say that there's an offensive tackle that's out for the Super Bowl for Kansas City. So maybe we'll take advantage of that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good game though. I'd be surprised if like Purdy or Mahomes just have a terrible game and it just be a blowout. I don't see a blowout. I see contested, probably defensive struggle to an extent, and just gonna come down to a couple of plays or
we just
field goal.
We need Purdy to stay healthy. I guess when we played, Philly, right in the championship game, we were looking forward to beating them, but then he got sacked, and that was a wrap because we didn't have another quarterback. Well, I guess we did, but he wasn't NFL ready. And that was just a tough way to lose.
Y'all got Purdy under contract for what, 2 more years, is it?
Yeah, I think what's going to happen is
getting that league minimum.
Yeah. No, but yeah, that's why we're able to have a good team because we ain't paying our quarterback yet. But then once we throw his money his way, then people will be like, man, I mean, where my loot at? Or somebody can be out. So we have to take advantage of these next 2 or 3 years until they lock up Purdy, or unless I doubt they let Purdy go. But maybe they lock him up. If he wins a ring, then they may even try to lock him up a little quicker.
Yeah, I don't think they would. I mean, it's crazy for them to let him go. I mean, he was up there in MVP votes. I mean, he had like the best passer rating, I think.
We're thinking and dumping, man. So even people got mad about Cam Newton about saying he's a game manager, and basically he is. And the reason why I say that is because it's really the offensive system that he's thriving in. And I will say this: if you replace Purdy with Dak Prescott, we would have been in the Super Bowl all these freaking years, right? But Purdy they're maximizing his potential.
You put Dak Prescott on San Fran? What?
Yeah.
You guaranteed to throw interceptions.
Yeah, no, you won't. No, because he won't have to force it downfield because of the offensive system that he's in and the running game that they got. I'm telling you, man. Like, I guess a lot of people don't see what Shanahan has done in these whole cross blocking schemes and making the team run, but he's really just managing the system and anticipating the throws. And when you got some heat on him when he played at Baltimore, that's when they got thrashed. So we're trying to all right, he learned from that, but if he normally handles the system and make the right throws, I mean, I guess that's when anybody had time to make the throws. He's thriving and he's throwing short, and we're leading the league in yards after the catch. So we catching it short and we turning it up, and getting some blocking. So he's not back there sitting and he's making the tough throws. Like he's not leading the team. He's not all on his shoulders. That's what I'm saying. It's more of a system. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah.
That's how sometimes. I mean, started out for Brady that way. With Kurt Warner, he had weapons. I mean,
they had Hope. Boy, Torrey Hope was the man. Boy.
They had
Bruce.
Isaac Hakeem. So I mean, their scheme was just
even Marshall Faulk. He led the league. Not led the league. He had a lot of receptions too out of the backfield.
Right.
One man backfield.
Yep. So I mean, I think Purdy will be all right. I think even if he doesn't have a great game, I don't see where they can go to. It's just like he's going to be better than still a lot of quarterbacks you can't get.
Yeah, but once he goes to if he does go to another team, he won't play this well. That's what I'm saying. Because it's a system, man. I'm telling you.
Well, I mean, in that system, Garoppolo, he was messing up a lot. Purdy ain't messed up like that.
Yeah, but he still got to a doggone Super Bowl with him.
Got a Super Bowl, yeah.
was that with what you call was that Shanahan?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's my point. So he got Garoppolo to the Super Bowl. Garoppolo went to the Raiders was trash. Not trash, but he couldn't hold up. He couldn't take the hit. He couldn't take the hit for the 49ers either, so they had to have extra blockers for him.
But wasn't Garoppolo decent in New England, or he didn't play?
He didn't play. He just had a quick release.
Oh.
So therefore, when Shanahan got him, he said, okay, let me maximize his quick release. And he was dinking and dumping like and getting downfield and making it to the Super Bowl.
Well, he missed that throw in the Super Bowl because he overthrew that guy. That was a touchdown. Remember that long throw?
Yeah.
But you could have ran the ball too and maybe used more clock.
A lot of shoulda couldas with Garoppolo. But yeah, we seriously. But we got to the Super Bowl with Garoppolo, man. That's what I'm saying. At some point, Atlanta is actually kicking themselves in the foot because you had that coach, but you kept the head coach instead of keeping the offensive coordinator. Now, hindsight, they probably said, "Dang, we should have kept Shanahan because we were the number one offense and we had a decent Matt Ryan. I mean, we could have done anything." But now they let Shanahan go to the 49ers. They kept the defensive dude and realized that, dang,
you're right.
This ain't it. And they had to let him go.
Well, yeah, it's funny how stuff transpired. He screwed them over. Run the ball, man.
Yeah.
Kick a field goal, and the New England can't catch you.
Yeah, that was
here
in Atlanta. Yeah, they talk about it all the time. And if you want to get on somebody's nerves, all you have to do is say 28-3. 28-3. They're gonna get mad. Yeah, they're gonna get mad. but yeah.
Well, we'll see how it turns out, man. But
okay, that's
all, y'all. Appreciate y'all for coming on.
Hey, thank you for having us.
Something to say? No problem. Yeah. Now I used to be a 49ers fan back in when they beat the Broncos, Mike, in that Super Bowl, like 55-10.
Oh yeah, I remember that one.
I guess it's when you started liking them too. I guess you just stuck with them.
Wise decision, right?
Yeah, I don't waver, man. Even though we had our down years after with Garcia and them, but we stay strong, man.
Now, I just used to hate Dallas, but now I don't even hate Dallas no more. And I guess that hate transferred to Brady. I don't even know
Brady's not in the league. What was your team, man?
It's nobody. I mean,
man.
I like what's his name? I like Mahomes.
Kansas City. Okay.
No, I like to watch Mahomes play. I like who else do I find entertaining? I kind of want to say, I don't know. It's like no uniqueness. I want to see like a good running back. I want to see a good hit, man. I mean, all the stuff that I grew up on has been taken out of the game. So
yeah,
it's just pass. Like just like So it's hard to latch on to a team. Maybe root for Stroud. I know he's a Christian. They didn't stop cutting up his interviews because he wanted to say one thing about Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. They just cut the junk off.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's messed up. Crazy.
So I don't know. I just watch and see how it turns out, and hopefully everywhere you hear something's rigged, you just hope it's not rigged, man. Everybody's saying something's rigged.
I hope it's not about the refs. Yeah, it's been some bad officiating too this year. Like a little bit more than normal, like just the calls and stuff.
When has the year not been bad officiating?
No, it just seems like it's getting worse. like they'll just take them a game and just I'm just have a flag fest, and then the next 3 plays are gonna be flags. It's like, come on, especially on the third downs, man. It'd be third and long.
Yeah, but it do be
guys got the field, and then they call a bogus call. There's an automatic first down. Like, are you?
Sometimes it be pass interference. Like you can't. Now I don't think that penalty should be spot foul. I think it should be 15. I think there should be levels of pass interference.
Yeah.
Because if you blatantly pass interference, then okay, spot foul. But if not, you just can't push the ball down there because that's all Tom Brady do. A bunch of times, throw it up so we can advance the ball down the field.
Right.
So you get the pass interference call.
Throw it to the end zone. Right. You run right to that man and you just turn on your other shoulder.
But yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping. I just hope it keeps integrity. But when money's such a big thing, gambling's out of control now even more. People always saying you're watching the WWE's in sports, so you just hoping stuff not rigged. I would like for the players. Everybody's getting paid, so why can't we just have a game where the best comes out on top without somebody, oh, this is rigged. I'll show you it's rigged, man. I'm like, dang, man, I can't. It's a child's game that's only innocent at that level. Now it's just everybody wondering, this is rigged. They want KC to win because of Mahomes or Travis Kelce because he would Taylor Swift and she got a concert coming up. She's won 5 Grammys, so yeah, she gonna win, make for a good story. And I know the NFL like to tell stories too, so I just kind of hate hearing that stuff.
And that's a good point.
Yeah, the Taylor effect. Yeah.
Yeah, but I like Brock. I like Brock Purdy. I don't care for the rest of the team, but I want him to do well, and I want him to do well. Don't get injured. He's a Christian. I want him to do well. So everybody, but some of the other players.
So you like 2 of the 51 guys, man?
You said 2.
You like 2 of them? You said Christian and
Brock? Oh no, I said he's a Christian. Yeah, I don't like. McCaffrey. Yeah, I don't care McCaffrey. But Purdy, yeah.
You just hate the 49ers.
I just don't care for the 49ers in general. But it's unfortunate that that even if the 49ers win, if you're saying it's rigged, is it a good story for the 49ers to win? Like you were just talking about, like, okay, Taylor Smith, Mahomes, like, is Brock Purdy winning a good story?
What's up?
Is that even a good story? It's almost like the Lions making a Super Bowl. Was that a good story?
Well, I think it is because he's where he was drafted, and I think it's a good story for Shanahan too. They could say, Shanahan paid his dues. He let New England come back, let Brady get another one. Then he let Mahomes get one. Now it's time for him to get his. I hear that stuff.
Yeah, but do people care about Shanahan like that as a whole? I'm talking about, like, when it comes to coaches. It's usually about star players.
Well,
the coaches is all about the young coaches now, because his friend was that young coach from L.A.
Sean McVay.
Yeah, McVay. Yeah, that's his boy or something. So it's like he wants to be he want to be a part of that winning tradition. You know what I'm saying? He ain't got the ring yet. He doing everything else, but he ain't got the ring, so he's getting left out. So he wants to be a part of that, man. So that's why they're gonna get it done.
It could be a legacy too, because his dad coached. His dad got 2 Super Bowls, right?
Got 2 rings, yeah, and his son needs some too.
And so you could, but I guess
it's time, baby. That's a good story.
That's the story, but that's more even rigged to me than the story.
Oh, because
I guess that makes it story rigged, because it's like, because it's like, oh, he paid his dues. He made, say, I don't mean the serious, but he took his sacrifice. He sacrificed for Brady, then he sacrificed for Mahomes. Now he gonna cash out, and Mahomes got close, but he gonna be back and get another one. You got all types of stuff. The people just sitting there like, is what I'm watching not tainted?
They said viewership has gone up like 9% this year because of the Taylor Swift. So you got a lot of lady fans are watching the Chiefs now, yeah. And they going to the game. We're Swifties. Is Taylor here today? Like, are you serious? Like, and men are getting mad now. Like, no, what? We care about football. You told us Taylor Swift.
So I guess that's going against the Chiefs. It seems like it would go against the Chiefs if they shoving Taylor Swift down our throat. But
he asked the commissioner about the ticket sales of Kansas City and stuff. Like they see what's happening. The viewership is up.
Hey.
Yeah, I think viewership is up too, because so many people are gambling now with prize picks and everything. You can just pick players. It's like everybody tuned in. Like, I make some money.
And then they actually give you a deal. They say, will Mahomes pass for more than 0.5 yards, right? So you would think, oh, that's obviously going to happen, but you never know. Like, so everybody's taking that one along with some other ones to try to win money. So they try to suck you in by making
that's
a
Vegas. That's Vegas, right? Or was that Prize Picks?
That's Prize Picks.
Oh, okay. Because I'm about to say Vegas set the line at what 1.5, which is.
But see, you should never give. You can't keep having Kansas City as an underdog either. Like, you can't have Mahomes as an underdog. That's what I'm thinking, because the dude wins. He proves time and time again he wins. And Andy Reid, you got them as underdogs.
Well, that's just Vegas setting up the line. Vegas just doing that because they want to get money on both sides.
Mm.
I mean, that's according to what Rob Parker said.
And then they said that the 49ers have been favored in every game this year. But when that happens for the Super Bowl, the teams have been like 0-5. So it's not a good look. I was like, oh, man. That's
Well, it's only a point and a half, so it really can go. Usually you get, what, 3? Well, it's no home team. You get 3.5 for your home.
Yeah.
But, I mean, crazy how that stuff always evens out. It's always I think the competition is so tight. That's why it's close games. I mean, I don't think Vegas has anything. I would like to think Vegas doesn't have anything to do with it, but you never know.
Yeah, they know a ref. They buddy, keep this one close for me. Stop.
Well, yeah. I mean, is it just the refs? I mean, could a player catch something, not catch something? I mean, not tackle? That's what I heard too. Is stuff out there where people not tackling. Like, what are they doing? Yeah. Get paid not to tackle certain plays?
Y'all remember that Saints Vikings game where the dude had like jumped up and the guy had went under him and he turned around and ran it in? Might have been Jefferson or somebody.
No, what happened?
The dude basically on TV, it looked like he went right under him, but they showed a different angle. The dude went like diagonally. There was no way that he could tackle him. Like, he went when he jumped. And
you talking about on that crazy pass that unbelievable pass when he took the wrong angle?
Yeah,
he thought he was gonna pass it, and he let up, and then the dude ran for a touchdown.
Yes, but he didn't let up. He was just he wasn't even trying to tackle the dude. That's what I'm trying to say. on the TV camera, it looked like he went right underneath him. But when they actually showed that angle, like an end zone angle, the dude was going this way, and he was not even trying to tackle the dude.
Wow,
I was like, ooh, that's jacked up.
Wow,
that's wild. Because I still, people forget about that one where Brady won when they beat the Rams 13-3. The Rams weren't supposed to beat her, that blatant pass interference against the Rams on the Saints that they didn't call.
Yeah, right.
The tight end play, like, what in the world?
Yeah, how the refs not call that? Like, that was crazy. And just there's no rule for that. We can't. There's no replay for that. It was like that. So I did not watch that Super Bowl. That's one of the few Super Bowls I did not watch because it was like.
I mean, it wasn't a good Super Bowl either.
No.
13-3.
Yeah.
Where
Brady
was
had
it?
a fumble. I don't remember where it was, but.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah, Brady got 7, man. That's a lot of rings, boy.
Yeah, that's a ton of rings.
Yeah. Opportunist, one of the greatest. Thank God for Eli Manning and Nick Foles. And shame on Russell Wilson and Cal Shanahan.
More so Strahan and that defense.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
No.
I mean,
who was the Seattle coach? Carroll didn't want to give Beast Mode his MVP in the Super Bowl, so they tried to do a little dink pad, that little pop pass.
Yeah, quick. You could have ran a bootleg if you want to get Wilson, but just because Marshawn Lynch get 2 touchdowns, they don't have to vote him the MVP.
No, common sense.
I know they are.
Yeah, but that was everybody knew he was going to score. The question was, how much time was Tom Brady going to have left? That's what everybody was asking, and that I was like, oh my goodness.
Still stings. Oh. All right, man. Let me get y'all off and let y'all go. Let me go.
All right.
Appreciate y'all, man. We'll see how it turn out.
All right. Thanks again.
All
right. Have a good. Thanks for having
y'all.
Have a good one
too, man. And that's all, folks, for this episode of the All Basketball Podcast. Thank Henri and Mike for showing up to the 3rd episode of Carolina Got Something to Say. Remember, you can find the podcast on any platform where you listen: Spotify, Also can be found on YouTube. And I'm your host, Maurice Dixon. Thank you. Until next time, peace and be blessed. In Jesus' name.